mourners and anybody who follows Gina Trimarco. That would be me and Pivot 10 Results. Welcome to another Just the Tip on this Tuesday for Women Your Mother Warned You About. So this week's Just the Tip from me is teaching old dogs new tricks. So I recently, in the past couple of weeks, got a rescue dog, Miss Tanner. I knew that I would be doing that because my sweet dear Lola passed over the Rainbow Bridge a couple weeks ago, and I didn't want my existing dog to be without a dog because she has never been without a dog. And I felt as a dog mom, think about that when you're like just dealing with employees. Like I knew that that would have such a great change and impact on her to have such a drastic change, especially because Roxy is an old dog and she's 13. And I was concerned about that. So what did I do? I went out and found a new dog for the dog. And I ended up with a rescue dog. And if you've never had a rescue dog before, I highly suggest you give me a call before you do that because I'm new to being a rescue dog mom. Completely different because usually these dogs apparently come with something. They come with some level of baggage, but don't we all? So my new Chiweenie, who's 2 years old, and her name is Tanner. You may have seen pictures I've posted of her. She's definitely has some behavioral issues, and it's going to take a time of adjustment. Now, I like to take pride in being a dog mom, and I've had two dogs that I've raised. Lola was 15 when she passed. Roxy is 13. I did everything, possible to make them the best possible dogs and took them to obedience school and took pride in the fact that they were so obedient and smart. And I'm like, how hard could it be? Well, you don't know what you don't know. And so that's my tip here is that don't assume that the way you've always done things is how you're going to continue to do things because things change. The economy changes, the world changes, culture changes. What we're going through with COVID, things are completely different. So you have to get out of your old dog mindset, which I'm talking to myself. I'm thinking, I'm like, I'll just do what I always did with my other dogs to raise this new dog. Not the case. So I have to go back and relearn and reinvestigate and research. And so I've been spending time researching ways to raise this new dog that I have agreed to take on and take care of, which reminds me of the book by Simon Sinek, Leaders Eat Last. So anybody who's into finding your why, Leaders Eat Last is a really great leadership book. And something in that book talks about if you were to, and this is about employees, but they gave this analogy, think about if you were to adopt a child into your family. Well, you were going to go most likely do some level of research to do that and adopt the child. Well, now you bring the child home and the child doesn't fit into your family, doesn't fit into your culture. What are you going to do? Put the child on the street? No, because you've accepted that responsibility to be the parent to that child you adopted. Just like I've accepted the responsibility to take care of Tanner, which means this old dog needs to learn new tricks. That goes with everything in business too. Same with my business. I've had to adapt it. I've had to learn new things. I've had to innovate. I've had to take things that I did one way that always worked, that no longer work now, and do them a different way to get different results because the results I want are no longer attainable based on current situation in the world. So that's this tip for the week. Just the tip is old dogs can learn new tricks. You just have to be a willing old dog to do that. Have an awesome rest of the week, everybody.